Hi, my name is TJ. Uh, I've been a drug addict and alcohol addict for about like 10 years of my life. And I wasted my college education. I wasted not just one not just one college education. I came back to Long Island and then I wasted another college education. Uh, I went to private university and I went to public university too. And I kept drinking. I kept smoking weed. I kept drinking alcohol. I was always smoking weed. All my friends were doing it. The gangs here in Long Island, everybody sells it. You don't even need to be in a gang to sell weed. That's the crazy part. And now it's legal too. So you can just go to the dispensary and buy it. With alcohol, you can never look at alcohol and go it's medicine. With weed, they always say it's medicine, but it's like illusion, it's disillusion. So it's where you look around and you find that no matter how much weed you smoke, how much alcohol you drink, you will literally find that you are throwing your life away. And I realized like, uh, I was like fake. I was always mean towards people. Girls would always come by because if you have drugs or beer or alcohol, they'll come by and you can get friends, you can get enemies too. You can get people that love you because people are alone in this world, and alcohol and weed and substances in general, um, the ones that are illegal and legal, it'll give you a fake sense of community because they'll call you and say, "Let's go over here, let's go do this thing," and then before you know it, you're stuck somewhere. When you want to get home, they nobody like calls you for a ride. They leave you alone. You're expected to go back home on your own. You look around and uh, you ask for help, but other alcoholics couldn't help themselves. Other marijuana addicts couldn't help themselves. So you're basically on your own, and there's no one coming to save you in that regard. So you can pray to Jesus as much as you want. He's not going to come out of the sky and literally like pull you out of your drunk car, pull you out of your bong. He's not going to like look at you and go, like this is it. I'm going to save you. I'm going to he's not here in this time period because we live in 2025. So Jesus is in heaven. Mostly all your friends and family members who did drugs and alcohol or who did bad things and they decided to live that awful life, when God takes them away, He doesn't bring them back here because there's no point in doing that. That you live this life once and then you go. That's the whole point. All things go. One day we all go back to where we're supposed to go. The truth. That's why when we live this life here on planet Earth, we're all sad. We're all depressed. There's no money in your bank account that's gonna make you go, you know, I'm here. I'm glad. Even the billionaires who have billions of dollars want another billion. There's this man here in the United States of America. He's considered the richest man in the world. I don't think so. I think there's families out there that have more money than Elon Musk. So whenever they say he's the trillionaire, he's the guy that has all the money. No, he's like a puppet. He's like a figurehead. He doesn't have all the money in the world. That doesn't even make sense. The trillions of dollars he has, he wants another trillion. He wants 2 trillion. He wants 3 trillion. He wants 4 trillion. He wants 5 trillion. He wants 6 trillion. He wants 7 trillion. He wants 8 trillion. He wants $9 trillion. And that's the thing. It won't be fine with $9 trillion. Because if you have all that money in the world and you still want $11 trillion, you want $13 trillion, what's really happening? The homeless people are not happy with the bank accounts. The college students are not happy with their bank accounts. You got parents who can't even afford diapers or food for the table or anything to get from the farm to the table, and you got nothing for people in middle class. And once you get rid of the middle class, the poor class, the poverty class, and the rich class go. So if you get rid of the people in the middle who are doing all the work for the homeless and who are doing all the work for the billionaires, you don't have a society anymore. And if you defund the police, guess what? You don't have saviors. The police are Jesus Christ in this era. The police are the people who come around, and when there's a fight, when they are, somebody's being born, somebody's dying, there's a fight, there's a domestic fight, any sort of like interaction with anything. The police are your Jesus Christ. The police are your Buddha. The police are your Muhammad. The police are your Hare Krishna. The police are your Guru Nanak. The police will come and mediate. Not all of them are good people. Not all of them took their associate's degrees and actually learned what the laws are in their country, in their respective country. Some police got bullied, are alcoholics, or do drugs, work with the gangs, work with the government. They do things that it makes you go like, well, why they even become police in the first place if they're going to do evil activities? Well, here's the thing. You can't control other people. You don't know what their intentions are. But when you call the police, they come and by law, they have to see what the situation is. They have to see what's going on. They have to like recognize, like, they have to test and recognize and seek out the truth. And my religion, I'm a Sikh. So I was seeking the guru in so many things, but I would do weed. I would be alcohol and like Gangstar, not like the gangsters, but like Gangstar, like the rapper, like Guru. I realized when I heard Moment of Truth, when I heard Above the Clouds, when I heard like so many of my other favorite rappers like Drake, Kendrick Lamar, I can keep naming them forever. J. Cole, The Weeknd, Future. Many of these rappers, they admit that they're not even upstanding role models. So it's like kids and adults and a lot of people in America bump their music and go, yeah, this is the shit. This is the shit. And when you really look at it, they're just poisoning a bunch of people. They're destroying the youth. And then you find out most of these rappers are like homosexual, which I have nothing against homosexual people. I think they're pretty cool. I know Jesus did it. I know sodomy is against in that religion. But my religion, Sikhism, you're allowed to be gay. You're even allowed to be transgender. Guru Nanak says there is only one gender. It's love. It's one love. And it's hard to be Sikh in America because they call you a terrorist. My dad got shot and he was an alcoholic because of that. They never found the guy. There was no police. There was no cameras. There wasn't even probably AI robots at that time. So nobody could even tell like who did it. If there was an AI robot at that time, they would have figured out who did it right away. If there was an AI robot, they would have find out not only who did it, they would be able to arrest a person, get that person on meds, get my dad on meds. So not only the black guy who shot my father, who they never found like years ago, that guy threw his wallet in the river. Like, denial is a river. My dad denied it. He denied that it happened. He wanted to go back to India. And the only time he actually got back to India was when he died. We carried his ashes to all the way from here, America, Long Island to India. And we threw his ashes in the Ganges River. It's like a famous river in Patna Sahib for Guru Gobind Singh Ji, the 10th Guru. And I remember like thinking about all these things and like looking at myself going, why did my dad beat my mom? Why did he call her a bitch? And it's like, they always do that. And it's like rappers do that nowadays. Sometimes when you are at your house, your family will call each other curse words. I don't think we should be cursing at each other. We should be saying words that like help and heal each other. But it's hard because the devil is inside of all of us. And it's not just drugs and alcohol. It comes in many forms. It comes in anger. It comes in lust. It comes in desire. It comes in attachment. And it definitely comes in greed. So the devil does exist, whether you're coming from the Sikh religion when you have 5 hooks, like what logic says, or like what the Suicide Boys from New Orleans, what they say too. They say what truth the matter too. I listen to their music, and they say the same thing. Like they're good rappers too, and they talk about the seven deadly sins and about Jesus Christ. I would have never learned about all these things in life. I learned more about the world through rappers than I do about like through the Bible and like these AA groups and like NA groups or MA groups, all these government groups. I learned more about the world through people who are actually living it, not people who are like, yeah, I go to religion. Yeah, I go to this AA meeting. Yeah, I do this and that. I live this life and now I'm happy. But it's like the devil still exists inside you. Jesus had to go 40 days and 40 nights. He had trials and tribulations of his own. Even he talked about it. It's not something hard. It's not something easy you can defeat. Everybody has the temptations in them. It's instilled with us. I think Biggie Smalls said it, or J. Cole said it. We're born sinners. So I'm here to tell you, you can die a winner. And I'm trying to do this thing where I'm giving up alcohol and weed, especially in America where literally there's dispensaries in Farmingdale. There's literally a bar down the road from my house called Father Flanagan's and stuff like that. So it's like hard to beat something like that. And right now, where you got girls selling themselves online, you got like people like it is like real like forms of like online um street work, what they would call it. Women are like literally selling their souls for pictures. Men who don't have girlfriends or men who do have girlfriends and wives are looking at these girls because they treasure these girls more than their own wives, their own girlfriends, but they're too afraid to tell them about their lust. And then the desire and the greed. We want desire for more power when really God already gave us so much. We should be grateful for that. And it's like you want more money, so that's greed. How much does a dollar really cost is what Kendrick Lamar says. And I think it costs more than your soul. It costs your sanity. It costs your higher power is another song of his. So you think about all of these things that are happening in America, and it's not random. It's not all bullshit. I think it's all like happening for a reason. And I think as a society, we have to finally put these demons away and look at each other and go, I know what to do in life. I know how to find the truth, and I know how to find God, because He's within all of us. And when you look around and you see the destruction and the mayhem, God sends many many blessings, but He sends curses. With Adam and Eve, He sent them. We had we had Noah's Ark, so it's like you're gonna have a lot of things in life that will bring you down, but God is watching us. So, and I'm Big Brother. I'm just a big brother to my family. I'm no God. I'm no devil. I'm literally just like you, a human being. But like I got into a car crash that literally took all my life away. When I took that, when I got into a car crash, I had a vision of heaven, and like I saw things that I wasn't supposed to see in other lifetimes. Lifetimes I wasn't here. God told me, He asked me a question: do you want to come back here? Do you want to live here again? Do you want to send a message for me? Do you want to help people? Do you want to send people back to heaven? Do you want to send, because most of them are going to hell? He said, and he said that when they go to hell, it's something inescapable. It's torture. It's not a place you want to go to. So, I'm no reverend. I'm definitely no father, but I know I have to do a lot of things in order to even get to that chapter of my life. And there's things where like I look at my life and I go like, why was I doing drugs and alcohol for 10 years? Why was I calling my mom a B word? Same thing my dad was doing. Is it because of the rap music that I was listening to? Is it because like there's so much more to it? I don't know. I guess like a lot of my life has been torture. It's been pain and suffering because of addiction. The addiction that I never got the love I received from my parents. I never got the love I received from my high school or my college or any place really in life. I know anybody that's out there that's like, hey, why don't people love me? Why don't people treat me nice? Why don't people treat me respect? Do I have to become a billionaire like Bill Gates? Do I have to become someone like that, who has so much power and people look at him and go, yo, look at how much money he's donating to women, doing all these sorts of things. And, God sees him too. And he got banned from India. I think he killed 8 people. He killed 8 kids there. There's another rapper named Travis Scott. He killed 8 kids in a concert. Again, it's not their fault. They tried to do the right thing. They were just doing their God's purpose, their God's driven purpose. It's a book by Rick Warren. I suggest all of you guys read it. It's we all share the blood of Jesus Christ, whether you agree with that religion or not. Even if you're Islam, there's a whole section dedicated to Mary, Mother Virgin Mary, Jesus' mom. There's a whole chapter in the Quran, and my name's Taran. So you don't have to listen to me and go like, this guy is the next prophet. This guy is the next hero. I'm no hero. I'm not the next prophet. I just know that like the mistakes I've been making have been costing me a lot. So if God gave me another chance to be a rapper, then I could have one dance. And I'm not having my dance with the devil this time. That's not my immortal technique. I know how to rhyme. I know that like I got rhymes like dimes. I know that I have to stay away from one beer. And I kind of like I even like relapsed on like the day MF Dude died, which was October 31st. So God has been testing me so many times. I failed a lot I failed a lot. So that's why I'm able to tell you guys like the lessons I learned, because it's like the mere fact that I went through all of this and I could put this on one track. I don't even need to like make a lot of songs. I don't need to make like a million billion songs. That would just hurt. That would just inflate my ego. That would stroke my ego. I'd get a lot of power. I'd get what I want, and then I'd go back to doing drugs and alcohol, which is what I don't want at that point in my life, because then it's just pure misery for me, my family, the people I love. And the worst part is you never know who you're gonna hurt when you do drugs and alcohol. You can do drugs and alcohol. Jesus gave us free will. But the problem is when you're doing drugs and alcohol, you don't have your brain. You don't have your sensibility. You don't have your time. Your time is messed up. Your clock is all miswired. I'm talking about like your inner clock, your circadian rhythm. So when you go to sleep, you're getting sleep, whether it's the drugs and alcohol, even if it's like antipsychotics, like antidepressants, anti-anxiety pills. But once the antidepressants wear off, you need to be a guinea pig and do another antidepressant, and do another anti-anxiety pill. And some people who are in the psych wards, not only are they reading the Christian book, the Bible, like the Holy Bible, and they're getting to the part where the book of Revelations, and they're like, where is Jesus? Why hasn't he come back? Well, that doesn't make sense. You can't bring any of your dead friends back. You can't bring your grandma back. You can't bring your dog back. How are you going to bring Jesus back? And if you did and you prayed to Jesus, please come back, rise from the dead, God will be so mad at you. He took his son, he gave you his son who sacrificed for all of us. He's the king. Even our religion, the Sikh religion, Vayaguru, or like Guru Gobind Singh Ji or Guru Nanak Dev Ji, they talk about the great giver, the one that gives everybody manifestations, new ideas. That was Jesus. He's the great giver in our Bible. If you read the Guru Granth Sahib Ji, and it's all connected as a full circle. So it doesn't matter what religion you really pick in the end. Are you even a good Christian? Are you even a good Hindu? Are you even a good Buddhist? Are you even a good Jewish? Are you a good Sikh? So a lot of people say that they are these good religions. They say that they're good people, but nobody acts that way. People just go around wear their little beads. They wear their little rings that says I am enough. They wear their little Sikh little do-rags, or their little the turbans, The Christians wear their crosses. You got the Jewish people doing the Jewish things, whatever that is. I don't know, bar mitzvahs, throwing money like it's crazy. People don't even have money right now, and they're throwing bar mitzvahs like crazy. People are starving, dying. You got a whole religion that controls everything. So yeah, God is mad. He's not mad at all of you. He's probably mad at me too, because I was supposed to teach people. I was supposed to teach people about who their religion is, what their religion is supposed to do. And the thing is, I have this ability that God gave me that I get along with everyone. Even in Long Island over here, I've got along with Satanists. I've got along with atheists. So and Buddhist. So and all of them don't even believe in a God. There's no creator. There's no God in those religions. They're just like, you know, you don't need to believe in God to be a good person. So the thing is, like, some people do need to believe in God in order to be a good person. That works for them. Just like there's some programs that work for them. Just like there's some antidepressants that work for them. Just like there's some anti-anxiety pills that work for them. Just like there's some weed or alcohol that works for them. So I can't stop people from doing what they want to do in life, because then that would be wrong. That would be like, like I'm just acting like some sort of king. But my last name is just Taranjeet Singh. Like that's my name. But I've been thinking I was God this entire time, but really he was saving me. He took away all my friends too. Some of my friends died on the highway because they were drinking and drugging, and they didn't stop. They couldn't stop. Because when you're drinking and drugging, when you're addicted to substances, whatever it is, you're not gonna stop. You're gonna keep going. You're gonna go to the point where you hit rock bottom. And I can't stop people from hitting rock bottom. Some people need to hit rock bottom in order to get to that point in life where they go, "Oh, I've been messing up for so long. Oh, I lost my wife. Oh, I left the stove on and the house burned down. Oh, my dog died. Oh, my grandma died. Oh, all my friends are not talking to me. Oh, I'm in my room smoking my life away, whether it's cigarettes, cigarettes, weed, other hardcore substances. And all of those things will not get you to where you want to be, which is like, heaven's gate. And I think Jesus told me when I got that car crash, he told me a lot of things like, you could come back here and teach them. And I asked Jesus, why did you bring me back here on earth? I'd rather not be here on earth because it's just a land full of sinners in America. People here in America are sinning like crazy. Everybody is. Not just America, literally, like all over the world. Everybody's doing it. Everybody, and like that's why kids are like don't want to go to school. Some kids shoot up their schools. Some because they're getting bullied. Because some kids they don't even know that kids are getting bullied in their schools. The teachers and the staff don't even bother to ask like how what's going on. Like, are you okay? No one even bothers to ask that. To the homeless people, they don't even ask that. The college students, they don't ask that. Definitely not the billionaires. And definitely not the most important people, the middle class. The middle class are more like the middle child. And the middle class are more than the middle child. And it's more so that like they're stuck paying for the sins of the rich. They're paying for the sins of the poor, and they're paying for the sins of the billionaires. They're hurting each other. When you get rid of the middle class, you get rid of the poor class, and then subsequently you get rid of the billionaires, and you won't have a society anymore. You'll just have a society filled with AI robots. So maybe it's all meant to happen. Maybe we are all supposed to get replaced by AI robots. Maybe they're the meek in the Bible that will inherit the earth, because it's just all intelligence at this point. And the AI robots will literally have their Dune, Terminator Salvation. It's not propaganda. Nobody's trying to scare you, or like peekaboo, like what Kendrick Lamar says or whatever. or like on that GNX album. It's I think it's more than that. I think it's more to the point where you realize humans are gonna sin and they want to win. So you drink alcohol, you do the drugs, you do the other stuff, and then you think I'm winning. But every time you open that bottle, every time you open or you smoke a pack, you're hurting yourself. And you're not hurting yourself. You're hurting your family. You're hurting that homeless person because you're giving him inspiration to drink more and to smoke more. Then you're hurting like billionaires too because they're making money off your sins. So then you're literally funding the billionaires for all the alcohol and all the stuff that they're selling. They don't care about you. They want to make more money so they can do their own drugs and alcohol. Because when they see you doing drugs and alcohol, they get inspiration to do it too. It's a society where it's following each other and nobody's really following God. It gets to the point where you look at yourself and going, yeah, sure, the world is going mad. You know why the world is going mad? Because no one really, they want Jesus. They want a king. Who's going to stop everything? Some random kid named Singh? Hell no, I'm nothing. But in the end, I do know that like a lot of people are struggling in this life. Nobody knows where they're supposed to go. Nobody knows who they're supposed to talk to. Nobody. And when you go talk to a therapist, it might be even some Karen. And no offense to anybody that's named Karen. It's just a name for girls or women who think they know everything. Like my mom. That's my mom would yell at my dad. How much money did you make? How much money? Like when you came back from work. He got shot by some black guy in the city. Like it wasn't even his fault. It wasn't even the black guy's fault. The guy didn't want to pay. My dad took him around Manhattan and said, hey, are you going to pay me now? Shit happens. Literally, shit happens in life. Life is unfair because God teaches you. If your life was easy, you would never understand the truth. You would just live a fake life. But the more you go through hardships, that word ship, the more you go through hardships, you get better relationships. You get even better friendships. You meet people around your block. You meet your neighbors. You meet God. You meet God through the little animals that you feed at at your beach, at your local parks, if it's like geese or seagulls or birds. That's why Jesus always said bread and water. You can break bread with anything. It's not just money. You can break food with anybody. It doesn't have to be some social status. You don't have to be a part of an organization, part of some political movement. You don't have to be in any organization, or you'd have to talk to anyone and be like, you don't have to be a religion, a gender. You don't like that's what my religion teaches us, the Sikh religion. But nobody even that I know in the Sikh religion, the ones that wear the turbans, hello, how are you doing? Welcome to my Uber. They don't even do the what the three things we're supposed to do, which is Vanshak, which is Kirt Karo, which is Nam Jump. Most of them, I see them, they don't even do it. I know because I go to the temples here in Long Island. And I don't know about the rest of the world, but here in Long Island, they do not do that shit at all. What they do is they take money from the people, they don't give it back. They never they barely say Vaheguru's name, only when they go up to pray. In our religion, you're supposed to be, if you're in the temple, you're supposed to be saying his name all the time. That's how close we're supposed to get to him. So we remember him all the time. And the sad part is, they're not even living an honest life. Most of them own the dispensaries. Most of them own the liquor shops in Long Island. There's a guy who owns all the gas stations. They call him Bola, Harry Singh Bola. This guy owns so much gas stations, and it's killing the planet. Gas is literally killing the planet. So we're headed towards an environment where we can't keep using gas, because the more we use gas-powered vehicles, it kills the plants, it kills the bugs, it kills human beings, it kills Mother Earth, and Father Time is basically telling you, you guys have to change your rhyme. This time around, you got to get down and dirty. When we were kids, we used to play manhunt. We used to play hide and seek. We used to play games around the park. Kids actually had fun in the dark. There was no narcs. There's no somebody selling you drugs to get high. People got hugs to get high from their moms, their dads. No mom or daddy's even hugging their kids right nowadays because they're too focused on money and they're not even home. They have to get a babysitter. They have to like let them go to another friend's house. It's like it's getting crazy when everybody's working two jobs. Like everybody hates Chris. It's like everybody has, like what Rochelle was saying, everybody has two jobs. My man has two jobs. People have three jobs, four jobs, and they still can't pay the bills because the landowners, the homeowners are getting ridiculous with the real estate. And it's all greed. It gets back down to the same thing. How much do you really need? How much does a dollar cost? Otherwise, you will become lost. And, forever. So I hope some of you say just like Justin Bieber, I hope you say never, because I hope you guys get rid of these addictions. There are some addictions that are good, like if it's like video games, coffee, you know, like if it's a gym, if it's an exercise, if it's like anything like yoga, meditation, that's good addictions. But when you get addicted to the wrong stuff in life, you're gonna look at yourself and go, this is wrong. This is not what I'm supposed to be doing. This is horrible. This is terrible. This is a fake life I'm living. And God gave us the biggest present of all, which is our children. That's what Jesus was saying. He said the kingdom of heaven is our children. So the way we treat our children should change. Not just our parents, not just our grandparents, not our great-grandparents, but our children come first. Because they don't know anything. How would they know anything? Great-grandparents know everything. Grandparents know a lot. Parents know a little bit. But the children don't know anything. That's why when you teach them how to be good people, they will learn right away. They will look at you and like go, okay, I'll do this. But then people are going to make mistakes. So you can't look at them and go, I taught you. Why don't you listen? We're going to sin regardless. It's a part of our nature. It's a part of human nature. It's how we have fun. It's how we do things here. And, a lot of times we forgot that we're supposed to have fun. So I can't go around telling people not to do drugs or alcohol. That'd be. I'm not a nun. I'm not a girl. I'm not a female. I'm a male. So, I think I know, I understand everybody well, and I know that like everybody was kind of struggling in this life. People don't know what to do and how to live their true, honest way, give back to the community, or even say the name of God within their own. They only say Jesus' name when something bad happens. But when something happened, they don't say Jesus' name. They're like, then they forget about it. They're like, yeah, I did it. I made lots of money. I'm happy now. But so I'm saying, remember God when you're doing things in life, and don't be those people that just fake life. So thank you for living. Thank you for listening to me. Bye. What the?